Section 3, mistakes to avoid. So generally, making money on YouTube is pretty straightforward, right? You make videos, you get monetized, and you put ads on your videos, and you get paid. But, there's plenty of mistakes people make along the way that cause them to miss out on a bunch of money. So the first we already talked about, but it's vital that you stay away from using copyrighted music and make sure that your video falls under fair use, right? The last thing you want to happen is spend all that time creating your video only to discover that you can't make any money off of it. And that's why I suggest, watching the course twice so that you can really understand every part of the process and hopefully understand how important it is to pay really close attention on the fair use video. Because it's really important that you aren't running into any copyright issues. Second mistake is not including all ad types on your videos. So there's display ads, overlay ads, sponsored cards, skippable video ads, non-skippable video ads, location of the ads before video, during video, after video, right? And you want to include all of these. Include every single one of them. Now, you're not actually going to be able to place ads in the middle of the video unless it's 8 minutes long, which, by the way, I recommend making each video at least 8 minutes long just so that it will have a better chance of going viral, right? Anything shorter than that, and it's just going to be hard to get enough watch time. Be careful with mid-roll ads, which is the ads that show during the video. If you place too many of those, it's going to create a problem and people are actually going to leave the video. And I'm not going to go too into mid-roll ads right now. We're going to talk about that in a later video. Another mistake, which this one should be common sense, right? Don't do anything that is crazy, right? Don't be uploading very graphic things, right? Inappropriate language. Don't be posting videos that have the F word in them. Stuff like that. No violence, no crazy stuff. Again, most of this stuff is common sense. But one that isn't so much common sense is firearms related content. So if there's any video or clip in a video where a gun is shown or referenced, I would actually completely cut that out because YouTube is very sensitive about that stuff, and they will, they like to remove ads from your video. So, not only that, but just make sure that it's clean for the most part, right? Make sure that it's clean enough that, a kid could watch it, right? Kid friendly. What happens if you include anything that isn't advertiser friendly, right? Either by accident or, let's say that you ignore me and you think it's fine to use the F-bomb in your video. What happens, right? Well, it will most likely get limited, which a lot of people call demonetized. If that happens, the video is not going to go viral. And actually, it's going to completely stop getting views because YouTube's advertisers, for the most part, most of them want to show their ads on clean videos, right? And it's YouTube's job to filter through the content and not allow ads to be shown on inappropriate videos. So, even if it's not something absolutely ridiculous like showing, a bunch of, violent stuff or uploading a porno, right? What YouTube will do, they will completely stop surfacing the video, right? It'll completely tank. And here's a screenshot because this actually happened to me. It happens to me a few times because, mistakes get through and you gotta learn from those mistakes and try not to let it happen again. So as you can see, this video was doing really well, right? It's getting over 100,000 views in 48 hours. And when it got limited, it completely dropped. Like the views completely tanked. It stopped surfacing. All right, so not only can your video get limited, there's other monetization icons that you need to know about. Green, that means you're all good, right? Your video is monetized. You're actually making money from that video. If it's yellow, again, that means it's limited. If that happens, more than likely it's just a mistake and it was flagged through YouTube, one of YouTube's systems. So you can actually request a review. And what that means is somebody from YouTube will actually watch the video and they'll look at it and they will determine if it really is inappropriate or if it's fine and you can put ads on it again. And then red, which is ineligible, that means you have a copyright issue, right? Either it's a content ID claim. Again, we talked about all this before, but either it's a content ID claim or somebody actually submitted a report on your video. If it's gray, that means that you have monetization turned off. And if it is off, you should turn it back on, right? So how to avoid dealing with limited ads. Now, YouTube has this amazing feature that I so wish they had years ago. I can't even imagine how much time it would have saved. But they have this feature called checks during the upload process. So whenever you're uploading your video, before you're even able to publish it, it's going to do a scan on it and it's going to check it, right? It's going to let you know prior to uploading the video if there's any issues with ad suitability or copyright. And again, you guys have it easy because back in the day, it was a nightmare to deal with, right? This saves so much time. And so really, overall, you're fine as long as, you're not doing anything crazy inappropriate, you're not having swearing in your videos. Just keep it family friendly. Don't show half-naked women or, anything that's a little excessive. Stay away from anything remotely sensitive. Also, never talk about coronavirus on YouTube. They also limit your video if you talk about that. Don't talk about any crazy conspiracies like the earth being flat. And if you believe the earth is flat, that's totally up to you. But I'm pretty confident, and YouTube's pretty confident as well, that the earth is in fact round. So, don't be spreading false information because they will also limit your video for posting insane stuff like that. Final mistakes to avoid, and probably one of the most important ones I want to talk about, is a multi-channel network. And I guarantee that once you start climbing the YouTube ladder of success, you're going to get an email from one of these MCNs, which stands for, a multi-channel network. And what these are is they're basically taking a percentage of your revenue and basically promising that they're going to help your channel, right? Whether it's growing your channel, helping you do whatever, getting collaborations, growing your channel, dealing with monetization, copyright, or just whatever, right? They make insane claims, and everything they say, right? It's all a facade because they may claim a bunch of stuff, right? They're going to increase your revenue, they're going to help you avoid copyright issues. What's the catch? Well, they're going to want a share of your channel's revenue, and it's usually 30%. Not only that, some of them will actually take all of the money and not even give you any of it, and the ones who do give you the money, they just don't provide any meaningful services. Some of them will offer things like, extra copyright-free music that isn't available in the YouTube audio library, but something like that isn't really worth sharing 30% of your revenue for. And I get these emails all the time, right? All the time. And here's exactly what one looks like. First thing in the email, increase your revenue. And the reason I know these are so bad is because I'm the one who made the mistake of partnering with one of them in 2016, and it did not go well, right? They were taking 30% of my revenue. They never paid me on time, and I got literally robbed, right? Towards the end, they actually shut down. The whole thing shut down. They claimed they were going to help me, increase my revenue. They were going to set up merch for my channel. They were going to do all this stuff, right? Just all these claims, and they just shut down, right? They shut the company down. The website wasn't working anymore, stopped paying me, and they took over $80,000, right? And it wasn't just me who got completely scammed by this company. This channel right here, they have over 15 million subscribers. They were partnered with the same people, and I didn't have it as bad as them because they got $1.7 million stolen from the same company, right? And so I know this sounds crazy. If you've never heard of an MCN before or you don't know what it is, trust me, you will once you start receiving emails from them. And it's a very real thing that so many people on YouTube fall for every single day. And the reason it's so bad is because when you join an MCN, all of the revenue doesn't go through your AdSense account. They connect their AdSense to the channel, and the contracts that you sign are legally binding, right? So you're not going to be able to remove access because you're still under contract with them. And also YouTube, they won't even be able to help you because your contract doesn't allow for early termination, right? So just avoid them at all costs. I don't care whatever somebody's claiming that they're going to help you do in an email. Just stay away from it. Trust me and trust this guy and the thousands of other people that lost millions of dollars through the same exact company. And then the last mistake to avoid for this video is don't take a break longer than 6 months. And I wouldn't recommend taking any breaks at all because you want to consistently be posting to bring in cash flow. But if you stop uploading for more than 6 months, then YouTube will actually disable monetization. So don't disappear for 6 months, and don't join an MCN because it's bad news, all bad news. Make sure you're not uploading anything crazy, inappropriate to YouTube, and you'll be all right. So with that being said, I'll see you guys on the next video.